Hello and welcome to the channel and welcome to another Lost reaction. This is season 4 episode 9, and yes, you did hear and read that correctly. It is episode 9. We have skipped over an episode because I had a technology breakdown in the last reaction for Meet Kevin Johnson and my files all got corrupted, so no reaction for that, and that means that I've got a lot of work to do in this introduction. I'll try and make it as brief as possible. Okay, going back to Ji-yoon, that kind of threw me, and I don't think my head was in the right place for that episode at that time. It threw that past, present and future storyline happening all in the same episode, which we haven't had before. And there were clues that Jin's storyline was taking place at a different time. Like I said before, the phone was a clue. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that one. The Year of the Dragon was also a big clue. Couldn't have been 2012. That would have been way too late for this show. It had to be the year 2000. And also there was the clue that Jin was not one of the 6, in Sun mistaking that passerby in the corridor of the hospital for Jin, even though he looked nothing like Jin, not even remotely. But again, I think the writers did a very, very good job of misdirection during that episode, exactly the same way as they did at the end of season 3 with the misdirection of the future, the flash forward rather than the flash back. Okay, so at the end of episode 8 we got to meet the janitor of the ship that Syed and Desmond are on, and it turned out to be Michael. Also in episode 7, I should point out, is we found out that Sun is the 6th member of the Oceanic 6 that survived. Jin was not. So we've got Sun, Jack, Kate, Hurley, Syed and Aaron. I wasn't sure whether Aaron counted or not, but I think he does, which means that Desmond, something's happened to Desmond in between the rescue and the present time. Okay, right. So, my thoughts going into episode 8, Meet Kevin Johnson, was how harsh shall we judge him? I was all for revenge, for Michael having to pay for his crimes when we last saw him at the end of season 2. But so much has happened since then. The narrative has moved on so much that I'm not sure we can judge him in the same way anymore. He murdered Anna and Libby pretty much in cold blood, all to get his boy back. And other members of the 815 have committed crimes just as bad now. And if we're going to judge Michael on what he did, we have to judge all the others. Sun killed Colleen. Okay then, that was self-defense, you might argue. But then Sawyer killed Tom, and Tom had surrendered. That wasn't self-defense. So do we judge Sawyer? Do we judge John Locke for killing Naomi? Charlie for killing Ethan? Where do we draw the line? And the obvious answer is we draw the line at the individual and unique circumstances of each crime. And we have to do the same for Michael. And Michael was half-starved, been captured multiple times, been left for dead on a raft, had his son kidnapped right before his eyes. And to cap it all off, while he was a prisoner of the others, Juliet used his weakened mental state and his kind of obsessive nature against him to rile him up to the point where he did those two terrible things. But I'm willing to give him the chance of redemption. And we go into this episode, and it did seem like Michael was feeling guilt for what he'd done. He was on a death wish. And I thought, yeah, well, not that I wanted to see Michael on a death wish, but he showed that he had a passionate remorse for what he'd done. But then we find out, no, the death wish isn't about that. It's because his son can't look him in the eyes. His son doesn't want to know him because of what he'd done. The lengths he'd gone to secure their release. That was the only reason. It was a purely selfish reason that Michael was on his death wish. Well, but then he meets Tom. And that was a surprise. And Tom tells him he can't die. That he won't be allowed to take his own life because the island has not finished with him. He still has work to do. And that's scary in itself. We know the island's influence is quite widespread. But it seems to be worldwide. The island can influence you no matter where you are. And can't allow him to die? Like the island has control over the physical world, over real physics. I mean, Michael loaded a gun. Fully loaded a gun and pointed it in his head and pulled the trigger. Twice. And nothing happened. That's some serious influence on the physical properties of the universe. Okay. Ben managed to get Danielle, Alex and Carl to safety, telling them to go to this other Dharma facility called the Temple. So I wonder what that is. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to see, because at the end of the episode, Danielle and Carl were shot, seemingly killed. Especially Carl. Carl seems to be shot and killed. Danielle might survive because she's a fighter, and I don't want her to die, because there's still parts of her story that I want uncovered. I still want to know what happened in all those 16 years. And if she dies, it seems unlikely that we're going to get that. So, and Alex has turned herself in. But to who? Also, Tom tells Michael that it was Charles Widmore that faked the plane at the bottom of the ocean, and that he dug up the bodies from a Vietnamese cemetery, Cambodian cemetery, I can't remember, but he dug them up from an Asian cemetery. Something doesn't make sense there. Someone's saying that Ben faked it and it was Charles Widmore that discovered the fakery, and another side that is saying it was Charles Widmore that faked it and investigated it, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Why would Charles Widmore fake something and then investigate the fakeness of it? Okay, so Michael ended up on Charles Widmore's ship as janitor and as a saboteur. His job was to make sure that the boat never got to the island, but they were very sure to make sure that the innocents, the ones that really didn't know what was going on, didn't die. So Michael is fully working for Ben now, and Syed just turned him in because he was angry. It wasn't the wisest move to make. I think Syed should have kept hold of the information so that he could use it when it was at its most advantaged, but he's blown that now, and he's just turned Michael over to the captain. So on the whole, I really quite enjoyed the last episode, although it wasn't as it just didn't seem as informative as I thought it was going to be. Somehow it just I want to use a phrase, and I don't really mean it in the way, but it fell flat. It fell flat of my expectations. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it, not to say it wasn't a good episode. It just didn't go in the direction I was expecting. And that's as simple as that. So now, we have The Shape of Things to Come. It's a good film, it's a good book, H.G. Wells. I don't know what it's referring to here, but we do need a kind of shape for future events, because it's a little bit formless at the moment, a little bit all over the place. So maybe it's referring to that. Maybe future events are going to get some sort of form and cohesion. Maybe we're going to find why the lie. I don't know. The last few episodes have left me very discombobulated, I've got to admit. So I really don't know what to expect of this episode, but we're going to get on with it right now.
Hey, help! I need some help down here!
Something happened to Rose. The music's building up to a frenzy. That's Charles Widmore, isn't it? No, maybe not.
Do you know who this is? He was on our boat.
No. Okay.
This is the doctor.
Oh. He's had his throat cut.
On your knees.
So this is a different group from the boat, is it?
Turn the fence off.
They mean business. Oh dear. They're not supposed to get phone calls.
Code 14J. Code 14J.
14.
Who is it? I think it's for Ben.
What's code 14J?
Where did you hear that?
The phone rang, I picked it up, a voice kept repeating code 14J.
Oh.
We need to get to the other house. It's easier to fortify and we'll have better position on the tree lines.
What are you talking about?
They've been
They're
breached.
here.
Huh? Why is he wearing a Dharma coat in the middle of the... Why is he in the middle of a desert?
Okay.
Nora! Nora!
Whoa!
Surrender! Surrender! Oh, so you do speak English?
Ben's actually quite hard. Well, what the hell is he doing there? That's what I want to know.
There's people who are coming. You're scared of them, aren't you? That's right.
But
Charlie.
yeah. What makes you say that?
What's going on?
Get away from the window, Hugo.
What's going on? Why the others?
Get back inside and wait until...
Jesus.
Get back inside! Get inside!
It's happening again. Is this what kills everyone off? Whoa!
I'm actually a preferred guest. It should be under Dean Moriarty.
Dean Moriarty.
May I help you with anything else?
Yes. Today's date is
October 21st.
2005.
Yes, sir.
2005.
2005.
It's jumped a year.
Open the front door!
No. Oh, yes.
People gave me this. They want to talk.
They want to talk? Oh, who's he then? It's Syed that he's really... Oh, he knows. This must be where Ben recruits him.
You follow me to the grid! You spy on me!
What are you doing here? Why would these people want to murder her?
I don't know.
So that's how
They
it...
did.
Syed's working for Ben on the promise of getting revenge for his wife.
Terms. You're gonna step out the front door, put your hands above your head, and you're gonna walk straight to me. Once I have you in my custody, and I promise you that no one else in that house will be harmed.
You and I both know that once you have me, there's nothing to stop you from killing everybody else on this island.
What kind of guy do you think I am?
Martin Christopher Keamy, former First Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, served with distinction in 1996, specifically in Uganda. So I know exactly what kind of man you are.
You do, don't you? Nah, this is where it's going to get horrible. They're going to kill her right in front of him.
She's not my daughter.
8.
I stole her as a baby from an insane woman. She means nothing to me.
You have to say that. He has to say that.
I'm not coming out of this house. So if you want to kill her, go ahead and do it.
Oh, he didn't realise the guy was serious. He should have known. No, it was a risky bluff he was pulling there. I thought it might work, but it didn't.
It's gonna be dark in about 20 minutes, and then they're...
He changed the rules.
What?
Huh?
Who? What rules?
He changed the rules. What rules? Yeah, what rules?
Right. Our best chance here is to toss him out and fend for ourselves.
He's going on his own free will, I think. That's why he wanted to defend this house. Yeah, an escape tunnel. Bloody hell.
I need all of you to do exactly as I say. In a minute, we have to run from this house as fast as we can. At that moment, when I give the order, I want you to head straight for the tree line.
The hell? Has he gone on that off and had a chat with Jacob or something?
What did you do?
Set him loose.
File that thing!
Looks like Alex is dead. Shit. Alex, Daniel and Carl. I'm more pissed off about Danielle dying.
Say what happened to the doctor, but friends are fine and the helicopter's coming back in the morning.
Well, he's lying. What the message said was, what are you talking about? The doctor is fine.
Didn't count on someone else knowing Morse code, did you, Daniel?
Why are you lying?
Yeah.
Why did you say that the helicopters are coming back?
Jack!
Were you ever gonna take us off this island?
No.
No.
That's it. Jack's faith has been shattered now. He had so much store in his gut feeling that everything was going to be alright, and he's wrong.
Jack.
You told me you didn't know what the smoke monster was.
You can ask Jacob all about it when we go to the cabin.
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
Jacob? Who else, Jacob?
This should be an interesting conversation.
Wondered when you were going to show up. Have you come here to kill me, Benjamin?
We both know I can't do that.
Then why are you here?
I'm here, Charles, because you murdered my daughter.
Don't stand there looking at me with those horrible eyes of yours and lay the blame for the death of that poor girl on me. I know who you are, boy. What you are. I know that everything you have, you took from me.
Really?
So, once again I ask you, why are you here?
I'm here, Charles, to tell you that I'm going to kill your daughter.
Penny? No.
Penelope, is it? Once she's dead, then you'll understand how I feel. And you'll wish you hadn't changed the rules.
Is this a game of some kind?
That island's mine, Benjamin. It always was. It will be again.
But you'll never find it.
Then I suppose the hunt is on for both of us.
I suppose it is.
No, it's just getting interesting there. Okay. Wow. That was quite an episode. Alex dead now, along with Danielle and Carl. Daniel's lying, and Jack now knows that there is no hope of rescue. But the Ben scenes, we now know how Syed ended up working for Ben. But it was the end scene, that Charles Widmore Ben scene. There was so many questions. Like Ben said about killing Charles Widmore, and Ben said, we both know I can't do that. Why can't he do that? What did Charles Widmore mean when he said that island is mine? It always was, and it will be again. And when he said that Ben took everything from him, everything he was, what did all that mean? And how is it that Ben is able to summon the smoke monster that easily? We must be getting close to getting some answers of what Jacob is, what the black smoke monster is, and what the hell is going on. We saw the guys, John Locke, Sawyer, Hugo, all playing Risk. And that's what Charles and Ben seem to be doing, a gigantic game of Risk. Like they're treating it like a game, changing the rules. What does that even mean? There's so many things that have come up in this episode that, yeah, it's the shape of things to come. I get that. But we haven't got any details yet, have we? We've just got the shape. It's a very well titled episode, actually. We've got the general shape of how events will eventually play out to get to that future scene that we saw. But there's still so many unanswered questions now still. Oh God, this is just, it's getting intense. I can't keep up with it. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.